equality. Okay. And I would like Geetha ji to respond to these three dreams. Okay.
എനിക്കൊരു സ്വപ്നം ഉണ്ടെന്ന് പറയുന്നതിൽ ഒരുപാട് സ്വപ്നങ്ങളാണ്. കുറേ ഒരു സ്വപ്നം മാത്രമായിട്ടല്ല, എ ഗ്രൂപ്പ് ഓഫ് ഡ്രീംസ് ആണ്. അതിൽ ഒന്നാമതെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ പൊളിറ്റിക്സിൻ്റെ കാര്യത്തിലാണുള്ളത്. അതിൽ പൊളിറ്റിക്സിൻ്റെ ഞാൻ ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ പൊളിറ്റിക്സൊക്കെ നന്നായിട്ട് ശ്രദ്ധിക്കാൻ ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്ന, നന്നായി വായിക്കാൻ ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്ന ഒരാളാണ്. അതുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ ഈയിടെ നടന്ന ഇപ്പം മാറി മാറി വരുന്ന ഭരണതലങ്ങളെല്ലാം തന്നെ എങ്ങനെയൊക്കെ പോക്കറ്റടിച്ച് സ്വന്തം പോക്കറ്റ് വീർപ്പിക്കാന്നുള്ള കാര്യത്തിലാണ് ശ്രമിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നത്. ഇത് ഈ ഒരു സ്വാർത്ഥ ലാഭം ഒഴിവാക്കിയിട്ട് 100 കോടി ജനങ്ങൾക്ക് വേണ്ടി പ്രവർത്തിക്കുന്ന നല്ലൊരു രാഷ്ട്രീയ മാറ്റത്തിന് ഇന്ത്യ മുന്നോട്ട് വരുമെങ്കിൽ എൻ്റെ സ്വപ്നം ആദ്യം അതാണ്. അതിലെനിക്ക് പറയാനുള്ള മറ്റൊരു കാര്യം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ, ഈ രാഷ്ട്രീയത്തിൽ എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ സ്ത്രീ രാഷ്ട്രീയക്കാർ പൊതുവെ രാഷ്ട്രീയത്തിലേക്ക് ഇറങ്ങാൻ തയ്യാറാവാറില്ല. സ്ത്രീ രാഷ്ട്രീയക്കാർ എപ്പോഴും പുരുഷന്റെ പുറകിൽ നിൽക്കാൻ ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്നവരാണ്. പഞ്ചായത്ത് പ്രസിഡന്റായിട്ടോ മന്ത്രിയായിട്ടോ പെണ്ണ് മുന്നിൽ വന്ന് നിന്നാലും പുറകിലുള്ള ചരട് ആണിൻ്റെ കയ്യിലാണ്. അതിൻ്റെ ആവശ്യമില്ല. അത് സ്ത്രീ അതിനകത്തോളം ക്യാപ്പബിൾ ആണ്. പിന്നെ എന്തിനാണ് പുറകിൽ നിന്നൊരു വലിയുടെ ആവശ്യമുള്ളത്? അപ്പം പെണ്ണിന് എവിടെ കയറി നിന്ന് സ്വാതന്ത്ര്യത്തോടെ സംസാരിക്കാനും അവകാശത്തോടെ പറയാനുമുള്ള അവകാശം നേടുന്ന ഒരു ഇന്ത്യ, ഒരു ലോകം. 2013 തുടങ്ങിയത് തന്നെ ഡൽഹിയിലെ കൂട്ടമാനഭംഗത്തിനിരയായ ഒരു പെൺകുട്ടിയുടെ കഥയോടെയാണ്. സ്ത്രീക്ക് രാവും പകലും സ്വതന്ത്രമായി മറ്റു രാജ്യങ്ങളെ പോലെ തന്നെ നടക്കാനും പ്രവർത്തിക്കാനും ചിന്തിക്കാനും കഴിയുന്ന ഒരു ഇന്ത്യ. അതാണ് എൻ്റെ രണ്ടാമത്തെ സ്വപ്നം. മൂന്നാമത്തേത്, ഇന്ത്യ ദരിദ്ര രാജ്യമായിട്ട് 3ാം ലോക രാഷ്ട്രങ്ങളിൽ ഏറ്റവും മുൻനിരയിലോ പെടുന്ന ഒരു രാജ്യമാണ്. അതിൽ തന്നെ പക്ഷേ ലോക സമ്പന്നർക്കിടയിൽ ഇന്ത്യക്കാരുടെ എണ്ണം വളരെയധികമാണ്. എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു ഈ സമ്പന്നർക്കിടയിലുള്ള ഈ സമ്പത്ത് വിഭജിച്ച് ഓരോ ആൾക്കാരിലും എത്തിപ്പെടുകയാണെങ്കിൽ ദാരിദ്ര്യം ഉന്മൂലനം ചെയ്യാൻ ഇതിൽ കൂടുതൽ വേറെ ഒരു മാർഗവും ഗവൺമെൻറ് ആലോചിക്കേണ്ടതായിട്ടില്ല. അപ്പോൾ ഒരു മനുഷ്യന് കയ്യിൽ വയ്ക്കാനുള്ള സമ്പത്തിൻ്റെ അളവ് നിയന്ത്രിക്കുന്നതിന്, സമ്പത്തിൻ്റെ അളവ് ക്രമീകരിക്കുന്നതിനും ഗവൺമെൻറ് നല്ലൊരു നിയമം കൊണ്ടുവരുന്നത്, അതുപോലെ ഇവിടുത്തെ ജുഡീഷ്യറി ആയാലും മന്ത്രിസഭകളായാലും, ഞാൻ വീണ്ടും രാഷ്ട്രീയത്തിലേക്ക് വന്നു പോകുന്നു, ജുഡീഷ്യറി ആയാലും മന്ത്രിസഭയായാലും അഴിമതി ഒഴിവാക്കി മനുഷ്യന് വേണ്ടി പ്രവർത്തിക്കുന്ന മനുഷ്യന്മാരായി തീരാൻ എനിക്ക് ഒരു വലിയ ആഗ്രഹമുണ്ട്. അതാണ് എൻ്റെ സ്വപ്നം. നാലാമത്തത് സംസ്കാരത്തിലും സാഹിത്യത്തിലും വിദ്യാഭ്യാസത്തിലും ഉയർന്ന നിലവാരവും ചിന്താഗതിയും പുലർത്തുന്ന ഒരു സ്ത്രീ സമൂഹം. പുരുഷനോടൊപ്പം തന്നെ എനിക്ക് സംവരണം വേണമെന്ന് എനിക്ക് ഒരിക്കലും പറയേണ്ട അവസ്ഥ വരാത്ത ഒരു സമൂഹം. 33% സംവരണവും 30% എന്നും പറഞ്ഞ് ചോദിച്ച് പിടിച്ചു വാങ്ങേണ്ടി വരുന്ന ഒരവസ്ഥയിലേക്ക് എത്താതെ ഇക്വാലിറ്റി എല്ലായിടത്തും ഒരുപോലെ കാണാൻ പറ്റുന്ന ഒരു സമൂഹം. പിന്നെ അടുത്തതെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ, നേരത്തെ പറഞ്ഞു ദാരിദ്ര്യത്തിൻ്റെ കാര്യം. അപ്പോൾ ആ കൂട്ടത്തിൽ അംബാനിമാരും ടാറ്റയും ബിർളയൊക്കെ ഉള്ളപ്പോൾ അതിൽ നിന്ന് കുറച്ച് അസീം പ്രേംജിയെ പോലെ കുറച്ചൊക്കെ കൊടുക്കാനും പാവപ്പെട്ട നിർധനരായ വിദ്യാർത്ഥികളെ പഠിപ്പിക്കാൻ ഗവൺമെൻറ് ഒന്നുകൂടി മുന്നോട്ട് വരികയും അർഹരായവർക്ക് തന്നെയാണ് ആ കാര്യങ്ങളെല്ലാം കിട്ടുന്നു എന്നുള്ളതിന് ഉറപ്പുവരുത്താനും ശക്തമായ ആരുടെ ഭാഗത്ത് നിൽക്കാതെ രാഷ്ട്രീയപരമായി ചിന്തിക്കാത്ത നല്ലൊരു മാധ്യമ സമൂഹം ജനങ്ങൾക്ക് വേണ്ടി പ്രവർത്തിക്കുകയും ചെയ്യുന്ന ഒരു ഇന്ത്യ. അതാണ് എൻ്റെ സ്വപ്നം. താങ്ക് യു.
Respected Ashley sir, respected chief guest Geetha Hariharan ma'am, and other dignitaries and all my dear friends, good afternoon. Well, my name is Najma Nasser and I have a lot of dream about my life and my India. Well, here we are discussing about the topic women equality or related to the women issues. Well, in my opinion, raising all these issues related to women, that women are suppressed, women are being suppressed by the men. But I have a question, that are men are suppressing the women, or women itself they are suppressing the women itself? Because when I look the common women community, I feel that it is a women who themselves to get themselves out of the restrictions and not gaining for any reservation for the election or something else. Because if you take a common example, if two ladies are standing nearby, what kind of topic they will be speaking might be about quarrels in the neighborhood, or what did you cook, what did you have for lunch. This will be the kind of conversation you mostly women are likely to convey. But if you take the case of men, they never talk. They talk about the things which they see. And I think that more than the physical strength, the women community should retain their mental strength, and they should know very well what is going around and take a notice of all those things and act accordingly. And I don't think so speaking a lot on women equality or raising some issues will make some change. It is only because action always speaks better than words. And I wish that a world or in India where women act more than their preachings and writings. And about politics, no hope. And I have the same opinion about politics too. We blame the politicians, but we do nothing, because we just sit in the seats, our own respective home, or we watch shows about the 2G corruptions going on in our country, but we just talk and we live. And then when the next corruption comes, we again raise our voice. And we see many parties coming in against corruption, Aam Aadmi Party, but it's of no use. Again, they'll be going back to the same place. And I think the youth should really take part in this. And change should be made within each one of us. And you all should think that you are the change you wish to see around the world, not others. And such a world I dream about. Only dreams, but I don't know whether it will be possibilities. I mean, it will be a reality, but I have a hope that I need to work for it. Only that. Thank you.
Hi, I am Farsana. I am coming from Sulam Science College, Erikode. എനിക്കുള്ളത് ഇത്രയും വലിയ സ്വപ്നങ്ങളില്ലാഞ്ഞിട്ടുള്ള ഏറ്റവും ലളിതമായ പ്രാഥമികമായ എൻ്റെ സ്വപ്നം എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്, ഈ പറയുന്ന നിങ്ങളുടെ ഒന്നും കണ്ണുകളോ വാക്കുകളോ ഒന്നുമില്ലാതെ ഒരു ദിവസം രാവ് പുലരുവോളം വൈകുന്നേരമാവുവോളം ആരെയും പേടിക്കാതെ ജീവിച്ച് ഒരു പിറ്റേ ദിവസം രാവിലെ ഞാനായി തന്നെ ഉണരണം. അതാണ് എൻ്റെ ആഗ്രഹം. താങ്ക് യു.
Has made sense in the Malayalam thing, but I'll just quickly summarize. Should I? Yeah, so it's 4 points. One was the changing political scenario, which is selfish, and India is a country of 120 crore people, so it has to be made out. And one thing was women politicians, even if they are women politicians, the control is with some male politicians, and this shouldn't be the case. And the right to speak as a woman, as a person, it's curtailed. And India is a poor country, but Indians are a majority of it. India is a poor country, but some Indians are very rich, and there's no redistribution mechanism which needs to change. And the last speaker was talking about she has a very simple, fundamental goal. She wants to spend one night without worrying about anything, without bothering about anyone, and then wake up the next day as she herself is. That's her dream. And
thank you so much for sharing these dreams. I feel like one of those grandmothers in my stories come to life, feeling very proud of what her granddaughters are saying. So it's good. I can now retire and you can take over. Let me start backwards in my reactions. The lovely young woman who came last said it is a very simple dream, but you know, simple things are always the trickiest, are always the hardest. And she has actually told us not just a simple dream, but a very profound dream, because to be able to go and sleep one night sleep well, and get up in the morning and feel you are yourself, and feel that without fear, without worrying about who describes you as what, is something not just women want, but all men want too. So she has come up with the strongest possible daily dream. This is what we hope for always. But, you know, many philosophies, many wise men and women have spoken of this. So this is a lifetime search, the response to that dream. But I could interpret it in a simple, narrow way by saying that for a woman, for a young woman, to wake up one day and not be told either that you must dress modestly, be careful when you're walking on the road, don't walk in a dark street, don't talk to any boys, be careful. Remember, you are a Brahmin woman or a Muslim woman or a whatever kind of woman they want you to be. Or to say, remember, you have to go and study this course because you have to support the children. Or remember, you have to study this BA so we can get you married. To not be told any of that. To give you a chance to find out what it is you might want, because you might not even know, because people have been telling you all along. So that is the third dream. The first two, the big time dreamer, the first young woman she's the champion of dreamers, clearly, because she has many dreams and she certainly knows how to let us know what they are. A couple of reactions I have there. You know, we talk about India. We don't just talk about our own little dreams. All of you came and said something about India. But what is this India? Many different people have had many different ideas of what India should be. Is it possible, like that story that I referred to, that women can have a slightly different dream of India, but then you could argue, well, what about the women in power? They don't seem to have had a different dream. So is it possible that by talking about equality between men and women, equality between people who come from different castes, equality between people who practice different religions or people who don't practice religion at all, is it possible to imagine another India? Now that is one dream there. There is the other dream that we see being acted on a daily basis, which is India as a world power. You know, India as an assistant to the United States or as an assistant to Israel. India with a place in the Security Council of the UN. At what cost is that? A, is that dream a false one? B, at what cost are we going to chase that dream? To be a world player, but you are in a country where women have to walk for miles to get firewood, to get water, where you still have caste atrocities, so where people still remain hungry, women remain hungry because they give the food to their families first. So your idea of India, when you dream for India, remember, there are many Indias. You can make up your own India that you want to dream about. And India in the world as well. Finally, I just want to say about politicians. You know, we keep seeing on television people say, oh, it's the politicians who do this. Of course, that is they are in the business of politics. So you are going to have bad politicians and you are going to have good politicians, intelligent ones, stupid ones. You know, is it possible to go into any profession and find that all businessmen are bad or all businessmen are good? For God's sake. They're just like us. But to say that politicians are bad and to make something political is bad is very foolish. It's like saying economics is bad. But we live an economic life every day, otherwise we wouldn't be able to eat. So we lead a political life every day. Even by your saying, I'm not interested in politics, you have already made a political statement because you're saying you're not going to be part of the politics that you see practice. So I think that is, and just a little point about what women talk about. We don't know what men talk about. I don't think men talk about profound things also all the time. Maybe they talk about the cricket score, which may not be, as whether it's the cricket score or what you cooked for dinner last night or what shopping you did yesterday. Small talk is the stuff of life. We should not criticize anybody for that. What is important is, why do we talk about women's equality? Because some of these were dangerous ideas till not so long ago. When my mother, next door in Coimbatore, when she was 19 and she said she wants to go to college and her father said no, and she went on hunger strike, she didn't know that she could talk about equality. She went on hunger strike and her father said to her, "Anda chapate micham." And she didn't go to college, she got married instead. So that is why it is always important to talk about new ideas, because only then they'll become a reality.
Next, we have the function of releasing our college magazine.
There's a college magazine release going on. I was reminded of a dream by somebody who most of you won't know. In the same college, in 2003, there was a teacher called Miss Shehnaz. In 2003, 10 years ago, the 10th anniversary of the college that you're celebrating. And we were discussing this, like I said, at the college is 30 students. And Shehnaz, she used to die for this college. She's a proper Deyapuramite. She wouldn't think of anything else. She's here on Saturdays, Sundays. And Shehnaz was one day saying, we were talking about the magazine, and she came up next day and said, I was dreaming last night of our magazine being released by a renowned Indian English woman writer. And this here is the first magazine of the Deyapuram Arts and Science College going to be released by a renowned woman Indian English writer. Isn't that a deja vu? I've really seen this before. And I really wanted to say this anecdote because some dreams, you don't even know there were dreams of this kind, and you don't even know what you're living out. Right? So I want to congratulate the students and the staff of the Deyapuram Arts and Science College, which actually on their own initiative, people have been talking about magazines, but without any push. I know the management wasn't suggesting this. This is something that came from their side, and they lived it through. They pushed it through, and they got it out all on their own. This is marvelous. This is a marvelous dream lived out much later, but it gained maturity, it gained that kind of critical energy. Here we have, and I would want to welcome Tamjida, who was the editor and the chairperson for the last year, who the magazine committee that pushed it. So she would, she would really receive it from.
As in agony, and definitely have run out of words. Extazy spoke fruitfully, accomplishing a duty in which I was also a part, and agony because I terribly miss those wonderful days with my team insignia. An artistic creation is a result of proper planning and hard work, and I can proudly say that the Deyapuram Arts and Science College for Women has proved that statement true. I'm thankful to the Almighty for making me a part of the team who relentlessly worked for the magazine irrespective of day and night, and the experience was surreal. And I'm really blessed that I was able to receive this magazine from a great Indian English writer, Geetha Hariharan ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. And I especially thank our management, my dear principal, Rijna ma'am, vice principal, Zinat ma'am, for giving maximum support for the fruitful publication of this magazine. And I really thank Ashley sir, who was away from us, but still he was also a part of our magazine. And I also thank Pradeep sir, Jino sir, Rajesh sir, Shamsuddin sir, Gopi sir, Rakesh sir, Jafar sir, and my dear friend Amrita and all other college union members. My team and I are extremely indebted to printers and graphics for patiently undertaking this task and finishing it on time. I believe our magazine is undoubtedly an insignia of hard work, patience, planning, and above all, the Abraham Arts and Science College for Women itself, which is celebrating its 10th year of collective towards excellence. I like to conclude by saying that our magazine is a reflection of our focus on empowerment, mutuality, and service. And I dedicate this child of labor to all those voices silenced before their birth, to all those voices muted for the crime of being a voice, to all those voices muffled in the dark alleys of life, to all those voices contained with your own domain, to all those voices consumed by the pyres of gold, to those who showed their brood to serve, to those who taught you to be a voice, to all those who were destroyed but never defeated. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Distinguished dignitaries and my dear friends, it gives me immense pleasure to stand in front of you all and express our gratitude. The Abraham Arts and Science College is extremely indebted to Geetha ma'am for her esteemed presence and her inspiring words. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much for being here. I also thank Ashley sir for making the session dynamic and giving us an opportunity to meet Geetha ma'am. I also thank our principal Rijna ma'am and vice principal Zinat ma'am for giving us an opportunity to attend this wonderful session. I'm very